Hello, everyone. Welcome to South Park Season 2 tier list. I don't know if you could put a name up there for it anywhere, but anyway, it's been a while since I've resumed this. Oh, I forgot to play this. Hope you enjoy the South Park credits thing. I just wanted something in the background playing. But I've been really bad about doing these, and I'm way behind. Me and Toasty are now watching season 7, and this is a season 2 tier list, so I might be a little rough in terms of, what do you call it, like me. I just wanted to pause this real quick. So I wanted to see. Yeah, I did change it. I was like, I think I might have changed the thing last time. So A, B, C, D. Just to, be consistent. I could have kept the S, but whatever. But just a little consistency. Anyway, so it's been a minute since I've seen the season 2 episodes. So it was a good refresher. I hadn't seen these in years anyway, but I may forget stuff. So I'm just gonna start right off the bat. Hang on. Right off the bat with Terrence and Phillip, Not Without My Anus. And if I'm looking to the side, I'm just going through a quick, kind of like, I have the Wikipedia page open on the season 2 episodes right here. I can't see my hand, right there to my left. But I'm just kind of reading quick synopsis, whatever. Anyway, Terrence Phillip, Not Without My Anus. I like it. I think it's a good little troll episode in terms of, like, the cliffhanger of who was Cartman's dad, and they're like, you're expecting it to be the episode, the next part 2, but they're like, nope, here's, what do you call it. Also, I just want to double check that I have all of them. So don't see the next one after it, so before I rate it. What is this? 3/6, 3/18. Okay, they should all be there, but I'm not seeing the next ones, so I'll just do my best. But anyway, I like it. I like that it introduces Saddam Hussein, who is used later. I think it has Celine Dion, I believe. Is that who he married? It doesn't say for me on the left. But I think they reference her later, that they got a divorce. I think it's Terrence, but it's still pretty funny. I enjoy it. It's not super good. It's not top tier, but I think it's better than some of their worst ones. So personally, for me, off of memory, I think it might be a little generous, but I'll give it a B. The next one is Cartman's mom is a dirty slut. Ike's wee wee is in here twice. That's what it is. There's 2 Ike's wee wees. So I need you to bear with me. We're gonna pretend that this one is Cartman's mom is a dirty slut. So Mephisto, gets shot. I'm trying to remember if this is the one where they do, like, the reenactment. It is the one, I believe. Okay, this is the one where they get stuck, they get snowed in, I believe, and then they resort to cannibalism awfully quick. I want to remember, it's pretty funny. I think it has the joke that goes on too long in this one, when it's like, who shot Mephisto, who did this and who did that, and that kind of gets annoying. They even, like, interrupt it, I think, when they do it. Probably give this one, I'll give it a B as well, ahead of Terrence and Phillip. Ike's wee wee, This is the one about Ike getting the circumcision, and then the boys find out and they like try to save him, and then Kyle finds out that he's adopted. And I remember there's the one scene where he was like, I forget what it was, but you know, he says he's not as even his real brother, and I forget what happens. See, this is why it was bad, you know, that I took so long, but wasn't anything outstanding. I didn't really care for like, I think the circumcision part when it happens, and like the kids don't really care, I think. And then I forgot about this one. This is the one where Mr. Mackey passes around the weed in the classroom, and then it gets lost. And I think it's Mr. Garrison. And it cuts to Mr. Garrison smoking it, and it's really funny. And he gets fired, and he becomes like Mr. Mackey becomes like a drug addict. That part was pretty good, and I think just for that, I put it ahead of Ike's Wee Wee, actually. So it's gonna get a little confusing there. But remember, this is Ike's Wee Wee. This is Cartman's mom, the dirty slut. Chicken Lover. This is a great one, not so much for the chicken lover aspect and Mr. Barbrady not knowing how to read, but more Cartman and becoming a cop, or deputy, I guess, and, you know, imitating the cop show. And then Respect My Authority, of course, came from this episode, started with this one, I believe. Maybe he said it once before, but I don't think he did. I think it came with the cop episode. But honestly, for just that part, I feel like I gotta give Chicken Lover an A. And now we're on Conjoined Fetus Lady. This one's pretty good. I like it a lot. I like when, you know, the fetus lady goes off on all the people on the town at the end. I'm a little sad they never bring her back. She's in the one episode. She might be in another episode as well. Other episodes I just didn't see her or forgot. But the one where Cartman goes on, is it Maury or whatever, and he's like, whatever, I do what I want. And she's like with the group of people that have like disabilities, and they go on the talk shows, and you know, they're like protesting or whatever. But that's a later episode. This one is like the one she gets the most screen time. Oh, this is also the dodgeball one. I forgot about that. That one's good. And I love the part when they go to China and the Chinese casters are like trying to do American voices, making fun of American accents. And, you know, it's like a funny, because, you know, it's the creators of South Park doing an awful Chinese accent, doing an awful American accent. So it's just, and they're American, so it's just, I don't know, it's really funny to me, like that whole thing. And it's honestly, I think, a great episode. I think because Chicken Lover has Cartman, the Respect My Authority, I think like everything here, it kind of, that just outshines everything in the rest of these episodes. But I think it's an underrated episode, honestly, and I give it an A. Mexican Staring Frog of Southern Sri Lanka. This one's pretty good. It's not super amazing. I'm trying to remember what happens at the end, where they get back at Jimbo and Ned because they think they're telling false stories. And the false stories, you know, are obviously false in real life, but, you know, like us, we think, oh, that shit didn't happen, he's telling lies. But like, that's actually what happened in the South Park version of Vietnam. They had like the fucking rides or whatever. But I can't remember what happened. And this is like, they have Jesus and pals and the ratings are low, and then Jesus has that agent who's trying to like spice things up on the show. And then they go on, and I don't remember what happens at the end exactly, but it's an okay episode. I think I liked it more than Cartman's Mom's Dirty Slut, but maybe not as much as Ike's Wee Wee from what I remember. So I think I'll put it in between those two. And City on the Edge of Flashbacks is just a flashbacks episode. I remember liking this a lot. as a kid and rewatching, I'm like, I don't know why I like this so much. The only part is it's kind of funny. There's a run-on joke where they're like, "Now that was a sticky situation," is what they all say, like after the flashback, and I don't know what it's referencing. The part with the bus driver is pretty funny. I like that. Like no one's like listening to her, saying she needs help and all that. But overall, it's not a great episode. I don't think it's an awful episode. Again, it's just flashbacks, and the part with Crabtree adds enough. I feel like where I'll give it a D. It's not a bad F episode. It passes. It's just kind of like barely passing. Summer Sucks one. The fireworks are banned, I believe, and all the snow melts, and they kind of hate the. There's no snow. They can't do their normal activities. If I remember right, so I'm seeing Mr. Garrison loses Mr. Hat. So I'm assuming this is the first episode with Mr. Twig. I don't remember, but I know the part with Mr. Hat. Everyone thinks, Mr. Garrison's crazy and misplaced Mr. Hat. Like, where'd he go? And then he's actually kind of like sentient or whatever. I don't know if they did that before this episode, but I think that enough is pretty good. And then they get the giant snake at the end, and they like use the fireworks and blow it up. And then it's raining ash, and then Chef comes home and sees them all in the ash, but it's covering their faces, so it kind of looks like they're in blackface. And I forget what he says exactly at the end of the episode, but he's just like, all right, everyone line up so I can just start kicking your ass. And it's a pretty good episode, I think. I would probably say it's kind of like Conjoined Fetus Lady. It's underrated, probably, to me. I don't ever see, I don't really talk much anymore about South Park anymore online, or ever anyway. But, like, in school, from what I remember, no one talked about this episode, so I think it's a little underrated. Trying to remember if I liked it as much as Chicken Lover and Conjoined Fetus Lady. I feel like it deserves a spot up there. Right now, I think I'll give it a B. It's probably the best out of the B ones, I think, but I don't know if I have it. Definitely not better, I don't think, than these two, and I don't know if it's good enough to join. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls, that's the film festival one. I think they get Mr. Hanky, and then like it has all the poo that comes out of the sewer at the end. It's a pretty good episode. I think it's one of the better ones. I think definitely A tier from what I enjoyed. I don't remember if this is like, I don't think it is, where they introduced his wife. When they introduce his wife, it's really good, but I don't think she's in this one. I know which episode he's in, or his family's in, but I can't remember if they're also in this one. But I'm gonna go with that they're not. But oh, he's just dying. Okay, Mr. Hanky's dying, and then they do the Mr. Hanky movie. I forgot about that. It's a good episode, honestly. I think it's better than Chicken Lover. I don't think I do, but it's better than Conjoined Fetus Lady, I believe, up there in A. Chicken Pox is pretty good. I think Kenny gets sick. They all had to stay at Kenny's house a few nights in a row, and like they all kind of hate it because Kenny's poor and there isn't shit to do. They're all sharing the food. I think Cartman says a comment that was pretty funny. Can't remember what it was though. Oh yeah, and then Kyle's dad and Kenny's dad try to hang out again. It's a pretty good episode, and then they get their kids, not AIDS, but what is it, herpes, I think, at the end with the prostitute, and there's like the little quick montage of her like using their toothbrushes and sticking it in places. It was a pretty good episode. I don't think it was too great. I don't think it goes in A tier. I think I'll give it a B tier, but not ahead of Summer Sucks. I think I'll give it ahead of the other ones, I think. And then Roger Ebert should lay off the fatty foods. And oh, this is the planetarium one. I was like trying to remember what it was. And the cheesy poofs. It's alright. I think it's funny how they kill Kenny this time, Stan and Kyle, and they have him up there. And I think he says we're bastards. It's pretty good. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier as well, ahead of Chicken Pox, but not ahead of Summer Sucks. Clubhouses, this is where Stan and I think Kyle do Truth or Dare with Wendy, and I forget the other girl's name, Bebe. And Bebe likes Kyle, and then Stan wants to kiss Wendy, so he tries to get Kyle to go along by telling him that they're gonna like play a prank on her. And then Cartman and Kenny build their clubhouse, and then invite like the teenage girls and like have like a big old party with the high schoolers, I think, or maybe it was college kids. But it's pretty good, and I think Stan's parents get a divorce. Actually, I see it right now. Stan's parents divorce, and it has that funny bit where Stan gets in the car with Randy, and they drive around for like less than a minute, and then he drops him off, and that's their time together for the weekend. That's the time he gets. It's a good episode. I think I would rate it above Conjoined Fetus Lady. I was thinking about putting it ahead of Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls, but I don't remember it and either one enough to say one or the other, so I'm gonna put it there. And this is a tie, I think, for me. Cow Days. Oh, this one was pretty dumb. I didn't really care for it, other than when Cartman starts acting like I'm assuming it's gonna be he's supposed to be a Vietnamese prostitute, I believe, because I think it's supposed to be like a play on Full Metal Jacket. I think it's been a while since I've seen Full Metal Jacket, so I can't remember what she says exactly, but there's just that famous scene with the prostitute in Full Metal Jacket, and I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be imitating the prostitute in that movie. The people that come by, I think they get locked up. It's just kind of boring, and they forget about them. Yeah, I don't remember being too interested in this one. But the part with the Cartman, I think, is really good. I think I'm gonna give it a C. I don't think I liked it enough to put it in B, but just the bit with Cartman, I think, is enough to carry it to D. Chef Aid is a pretty cool one. He gets sued, and all the people. I feel like it's almost just kind of like look at the people that came and like guest voice work for this episode. So, I mean, again, I liked it, but I don't think it's crazy good. I also think this is the one with the Chewbacca. It's either the one where everyone's suing everyone, or it's this one. He might make an appearance in both. I forget. Where he defends Chef. I'm pretty sure it's this one. The dude defends. He uses the Chewbacca thing against Chef, and then he uses it for Chef at the end, I think. I don't remember it. I know I liked it. I think I would put it ahead of Conjoined Fetus Lady. It's a really good episode from what I remember. I think it's one of their better ones. I just don't like it as much as I think as these ones. So I kind of downplayed it a little bit, I guess. Spooky Fish is pretty good with the nice Cartman and the evil Stan and Kyle. And I think the evil Stan and Kyle just have like facial hair or something. And then the part with the goldfish. I think it has the spooky vision, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. I think it's a great episode. It's one of my favorite Halloween ones, along with the season 1 Halloween one. I think I'll put it behind Conjoined Fetus Lady. I think that's a good spot for it. And then the Christmas episode, Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson. Stan sneaks away. I actually like this one quite a bit. I ain't gonna lie. It's not hysterical, like super funny, but the hostage situation, and I think they're at the prison at the end with Charlie Manson, and I think they sing a song. But you know what? I think I'll put it ahead. I think I'll put it ahead of Conjoined Fetus Lady. I think I liked it more than these two for sure. Definitely more than Spooky Fish. Conjoined Fetus Lady. Again, I just kind of liked the part with her is funny, but I mean the main thing's the dodgeball for me there. Gnomes, I think, is the best episode in the season, better than Chicken Lover. I think this is the part with step 1, collect underpants, step 2, and then step 3 is profit, I believe. It gets quoted a lot, especially on Reddit, but I think it's really funny, especially when Cartman and the gnome shit talk each other the whole time when they're going to the base, and the way Kenny dies, and then they're like, oh, he's like freaking out, like, oh my god, we killed your friend, and like no one cares, like Stan, Kyle, and Cartman just do not care. And also, I think this is the introduction of Tweek, and Tweek's one of my favorite characters, and I think this is honestly very strong episode. I give it an A, the best episode in the season, in my opinion. Prehistoric Iceman, it's not a bad episode, but I feel like Gnomes should have been the last one just to end on a strong point. I don't really remember much. The dude gets melted in ice. Not melted, he gets stuck in ice, and then they free him. And it was only 2 years, but they act like he's primitive, and that's kind of funny. Stan and Kyle kind of bicker. It's not a super great episode. I think it's good. I think it's just not. It's definitely not A tier to me. I would probably put it, I think, below Chicken Pox, above Ike's Weeby, and that's it. That went by pretty quick, a lot quicker than I thought it was, but still like 20 minutes. But that's it. Overall, I think I would rate this season, I would give it like a strong 7 to like low 8. I think like high, like a 7.9 to like a 8.12 ish, around there. It's a good season. Better than season 1, I think, but I think season 3, from what I remember, is a lot stronger. Season 4 is stronger. 5, 6 definitely stronger, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. I consider like the first 10 like that era of like South Park. Like that's the main. When I say I like South Park to people, I mean like 1 through 10. I like the stuff that comes after, in between, like 11 through 20, but I don't know it enough or know all of it. So definitely better than season 1, not as strong as the later season. So I feel like that's a fair rating, like high 7, low 8. And that's it. That's my South Park season 2 tier list. I'll try to get better at getting these out. I'm gonna do season 3, 4, 5, and 6 now, and because we're watching season 7, me and Tosi, so those hopefully will come soon, or I'll do them soon, and this will probably take a minute before I upload it just because I'm lazy. But that's it. Thank you to whoever may be watching. Have a good day and or night, and penis.